Morning. Today is Law 10 of 48 Laws of Power with my daily cold plunge routine. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping a drowning man, but you're only participating in your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with happy and fortunate instead. So this is so true. It sounds weird, like, oh, how could their luck rub off on me? It does. They bring you down. Another term for these people are psychic vampires. They exist to ruin your life. And I know this sounds pretty harsh. I know it's like, you're like, oh, we're supposed to help people out. You can. You can definitely help people out to a point. But some points you just gotta let them go. And other points you just gotta stay away from them completely. So let's talk about psychic vampires, but first, let's get in this 39-degree water for 3 minutes. Okay. Just like how this tub takes away heat from my fucking body. Woo! Psychic vampires are people that are unhappy, unlucky. They can take away your soul, your spirit, your drive, your happiness, and make you this depressed shell of a human being that just reeks of misfortune. And it's not your fault. You want to help people. I get it. Helping people is a good thing to do most of the time, right? Like, you want to help people that are less fortunate than you. It's a good thing to do. The thing is, you don't want to surround yourself with these people. If you find that the majority of your friends are always complaining that life sucks, or it's always gone down, or how they're always like, oh man, I'm so unlucky, and this always happens. It's not luck, bro. Like, they purposely make decisions that lead themselves to bad shit happening. And you don't want to be around that because they're going to drag you down with them. And on top of it, it's just going to mess you up. You do not need that headache, especially when you're trying to build something. So if you're trying to build a company or a startup of any kind, you don't want to be part of that, okay? You definitely don't hire people like that. Like, perfect example, like my tattoo shop is probably the most susceptible to this. Probably because a lot of people in the tattoo industry, like the tattoo artists and everything, most of them are drug addicts, they got fucked up families. Why? Because they like to party and live that rock star lifestyle. So they come in super late all the time, they fuck up everything. They generally, I should say this very carefully, tattoo artists are not generally fuck ups, but in the tattoo industry, you wind up with a lot more fuck ups than you do in like any other normal type of business, like a hair salon, whatever. Now, sure, you're going to have drama everywhere. That's fine. But there's just a lot more drugs and more fucked up shit that can make things go south a lot faster in the tattoo industry. So, whenever we bring someone new into the shop, obviously, are they a great artist? Do they have good work ethic and all those? The normal things. But a huge one that almost trumps everything else is, do they affect the flow of the shop? Do they get along with everybody else? Is there no drama going on, right? Like, because it's so important to the entire business, especially if people are working together side by side all day long, every day, they have to get along. So if you got someone that's always mopey and down and, oh, this happens to me, or shit's always going wrong, that is like a cancer that will spread through your business everywhere. Get rid of that person. Either help them, if it's something temporary and you can help them out and fix it, great. But don't try too long. You gotta fire fast if you have to. That's actually a really good lesson too. I learned a long time ago. I don't know if it was Gary Vaynerchuk or something. I don't remember. Who cares? But the rule is hire slow, fire fast. Take your time when hiring. Make sure you hire the right person. Really vet them out. Introduce them to the team. Like, we just hired a VP of sales, and what was awesome was she wanted to meet and interview the team. She wanted to meet our developers, our engineers, our other people that our social media guys. Like, she wanted to say, hey, look, I want to know if this is the right culture for me. That's awesome. That's what I want to see, right? Because I want to know from my guys, hey, what do you think about her? You guys get along great? And the feedback on both sides was perfect. Like, oh, she's amazing. Can't wait to have her. We all get along great. And she's like, oh, I love your guys. Are so cool. This is going to be such a perfect fit. That's what you want. You don't want this like, oh, mopey, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so hire slow, take your time. Don't just fill a position because you need the position filled. Get the right person. But if you get someone in place and they suck, Fire fast. Don't wait. Don't slowly bleed your company dry of finances and just lower morale throughout the business because one person can't get their shit together. Look, firing people sucks. I think it's probably the thing I hate doing the most, but it's the thing that you have to do fast. Because two things. One, it will destroy the rest of your business. The rest of your people, they might wind up leaving. They'll get depressed. They'll think the company sucks. You get like that one cancerous person go, this place sucks. I can get a better job, blah, blah, blah. They start putting sorry, it's getting a little chilly. They start putting bad thoughts, 4.5 minutes into people's heads. I gotta get out of here. But if you get rid of them, then it also shows you're stern and you believe in the company and you believe in your people and you want them to have the best people around them too. It actually shows support. And the best thing I've learned, are we at 5 minutes yet? Oh yeah, we're almost at 5 minutes. I'm gonna tell you the best secret I've learned about how to fire people and not really feel too horrible about it when you do it because it sucks. Every single time, it absolutely sucks. We got 2, 1. Holy crap, we did 5 minutes. Okay, let's get the hell out of this tub before I can't stand up anymore. So the best thing that I've learned when having to fire somebody is that if you have to fire somebody, think of it this way. You're firing them because they're not doing their job right? And, that sucks. You want to help them. They have kids, whatever. And here's the best story I have for you. If you have to fire someone, what you're doing is you're not firing from them. You're not firing them from their job. What you're doing is you're releasing them back out into the wild to find that thing that they should be doing, right? You're helping them find the job that's meant for them, that they're happy doing. Oh man, get my nice little warm robe going on here. And that's what's super important. So, case in point, one of the first people I've ever had to fire that was especially the hardest was my tattoo shop, probably almost 10 years ago now when it happened. So, it stuck with me. This girl, her name was Diggy, and she was my shop help. I can't get my robe on. She was my shop help. Amazing person, super cool person, awesome, happy, bubbly, friendly to everybody, great person overall. We were good friends, right? We became really good friends while working together. Her daughter and my daughter were really good friends at the time. My daughter was like, I don't know, 1, 2. So like they played all the time. So it was a really tight connection, but she was messing up the shop. She was playing favors to some people inadvertently just because she's friends. She was not really doing her job right. She was kind of slacking. She kept saying she wants to be a tattoo artist, but she wouldn't draw. Like, she wasn't doing the things she needed to do. She was too young. And on top of it, she's a single mom. She's got really no source of income other than this. She's living paycheck to paycheck. And here I am walking in and being like, I have to fire her. This is a horrible situation. I felt utterly disastrous at what I had to do. But what I did know is this girl's never going to become a tattoo artist in my shop because she's never going to put in the work. She's made it abundantly clear. She's just going to bring the rest of the morale of the shop down. Sales are going down. Even though she's amazing and people love her, like for the business, it wasn't working. I had to let her go. And I told her, I'm like, look, I'm letting you go. It doesn't mean we're not friends anymore. It doesn't mean I'm not even going to help you out. I continue to help her out personally to make sure to get her to the next job and help her get into the next shop or whatever. Flying sky-high recommendations about what she wants to do. But I told her, I'm like, look, this is not the job for you. You want to be a tattoo artist, so you need to put yourself in a position to where that's what you can become. And it's not going to happen at my shop. And I want that for you. I want you to become a tattoo artist because you want it badly enough, but it's not happening here. So, fast forward a couple years later, she winds up moving out to Florida. Well, actually, I should say she started, her and her boyfriend at the time, well, like a couple years later, they wound up starting like a food delivery business in Puerto Rico. And they came to me and they're like, hey, we're checking this thing out. What do you think? And I was like, that's an amazing idea. I actually invested in their business, so I'm like, this is a great idea. And I love seeing you do stuff. We're great friends. I want to help you out. No problem. It wound up not working after a while, whatever. They moved to Florida. Smart move on their part. She winds up starting up as a tattoo artist in some small shop in Florida. And now, to this day, she is a great tattoo artist. Down in Florida, living great. Her kid's doing amazing. Family's awesome. And we still keep in touch, and we're still friends to this day. So that's the best message I can give to you if you have to fire someone. I know it's horrible, but just remember, you're actually helping that person in a weird, sick, twisted way to get into the position that's actually meant for them, where they can be happiest and live their best life, because it's not with you and it's not with your job. So, hope to help someone out, because that was some info I needed a long time ago. Later.